Gentlemen, good evening and welcome to DRL ACC edition. I am your host, Tyler Morgan. It is a pleasure having with you on us this weekend. Tonight we are on in the Red Bull Ring. What am I talking about? Nurburgring. Red Bull Ring is sometime down the line. I am joined in the broadcast booth for an interview with Sean Ches of the Party Pickles. How are you tonight, good sir?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I am doing quite all right. Thank you for asking. So, with you and Don Fossman, you guys are more of a back of the grid team, and that's no slight against you guys. That's
No.
just how I've seen things. You guys do race really well with the likes of Ricky Bobby and the likes of Breeze and anyone else that just happens to be there. So, what are your expectations for the season? Because I haven't interviewed you or Fossman yet.
Yeah. I've only got less than 100 hours, I think, on this game now, so I don't expect a whole lot. I think only reason I'm sitting near the top of the amateur group is I've managed to stay on the track and not get in any, race-ending collisions to date. So my goal is just to keep avoiding leaders, which I did unsuccessfully last race, and just try and stay on the track and win by consistency if I can in the amateur group.
Now, with your teammate Don Fossman, which by the way, your livery looks great. By the way, the new livery just looks absolutely insane.
I made
Um,
that. Thank you.
would you say your teammate is your biggest rival in the moment, or do you feel like there's someone else that you have a rivalry with it, being three
uh,
races into
m-
the season?
me, Don, and Dog have all been super close in all the races. I'd say they're actually a little bit faster than me, but both of them seem to have a tendency to have the odd off of the track scenario, which keeps me in the runnings. But I think they're both a little bit faster than me now, but we'll see.
Now, we're gonna want to let you go so you can get some laps in. Just one final question before you go. What are you looking for this race?
Anything around 10th would be awesome, but 13th would anything around there is great for me. I'm happy with that. But yeah, our sandbagger friend there, I forget his name.
Frank Castle?
No, in our class, our Arthur's Hermanus.
Uh,
He
Hermanes,
seems
yeah.
like he should definitely be in the pro-ams, but he'll definitely be taking the crown away from me soon, I suspect. But I guess he's not here tonight, so
Nope.
hopefully I can stay ahead of Dog and Don. But we'll see what
All right.
happens.
I'll throw you back in the race lobby with them. Thank you so much for joining me and have a great
All right,
race.
you bet. Thanks a lot.
Off you go. All right, that was Sean Ches of the Party Pickles. Thanked him so much for joining us. And now we start with 10 minutes left of the free practice session. Then we will have 15 minutes of qualifying. And then a 45-minute race. So far, there are indeed 17 drivers on the grid. Say hello to all of them. Who do you think will win qualifying? So far, everyone believes that Stavko will take the qualifying pole position. He is supposedly, apparently, according to Sunyiga, who's currently in the pits, about half a second faster, which I will see to believe. You have a really close fight right now between Nairati and Kerbal. Frank Castle getting ready to finally leave the pits, hopefully to set a better lap time. It's very tight between, I feel like, everybody on the grid. Except obviously like Stavko and Sanyiga. They're pretty much aliens. They're in their own league. But like Kerbal, Nairati, Macklin, Cooper, Castle are all very good in their own rights. So it will be interesting to see how that all pans out. So I'm just gonna go look at the standings right now. Senyiga is and this is overall standings. So currently Senyiga is in first place after winning so far all the first races of the season with 165. Burt Macklin is at 124. Nairati is at 102. Blunden is at 99. Stavko at 98. Rounds out the top 5. Now, that is just overall standings. When it comes to drivers in classes is when it gets a little bit more interesting when it comes to that line of work. So we will review the pro standings. Senyiga is at 48. Burt Macklin is at 26. Stavko's also at 26, so there's a tie for second there. Frank Castle is 15th, or has 15 for fourth. Nairati has 15 for fifth. Matt Terry also has 15th for a tie. And Kerbal is at 12th. In the Pro-Am division, I'll just quickly take a look there. If it will load for me. So for now, the hype train is real. A level 1 hype train. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. Once this hype train thing goes off my screen, I will be able to thank you more in a great way. That being said, let's go on to Stavko, who's getting ready to start his flying lap. Chris Hines 765, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. I do believe that was Mindquisha. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime as well. Supports the channel, helps it grow. As we have Kerbal currently improving on his lap. He's currently 200ths away from Nairats, who's sitting in the pits right now. And with 5 minutes left to go in qualifying, or sorry, in free practice, there's plenty of time for the drivers to get on track, get acclimated with it. We see Sanchez here. We had him in the pre-race interview getting ready, and he will plop down a 1:59.4. Stavko's gone off the track a little ways, but he's going to get ready to start his flying lap now. Looking to see if there's anybody close to the line that is improving. Currently, it's, as I said, Kerbal of the Kerbal race program. Can he improve enough to pass Nairats? Doesn't look likely. No, it is not. Bradley having stopped on the track, he's going into the pits. Going live from the Helicam. London is improving a slight as he heads to the chicane that apparently everybody is going to struggle at, but we will see how it goes. We'll go with TV1 cam as we watch London take the first. London takes the second very well, but he's lost some amount of his time. So far, nobody else is improving. Going back to the helicam. Hayes has spun out. We will hear from him post-qualifying race, but we will head to the replay as to figure out why he spun out. Oh, he tried to save it, but just decided that spinning wood is worth while. Right, we'll go back with Kerbal because he is showing improvement. He's just having trouble, as I believe Ricky Bobby just missed his braking zone. Because apparently the 100-meter board might be gone, if that's how I've read that right. Here comes Kerbal to the bus stop. I say bus stop, but it's not the bus stop, it's just the chicane. Alright, so far looks like Kerbal will pass Nairad's here on this lap. And he does, taking over third in the free practice session. We'll ride on board with Stavko. Actually showing improvement, so we'll go on with him real fast. Mighty improvement from London as he goes from 10th to 8th. Comes, getting ready for that chicane. He's currently up on his lap time. Sliding around a little bit, but managed to save it. And he will drop a lap time of a 1:53.7. Frank Castle is going to start his flying lap here. And off he goes. Now for for more of the regulars in the stream, one of these things is not like the other. Can you spot it? As he just dies. We'll take a look at that on the replay. He must have known I was watching or something. He slid a little bit, just decided life was not worth living. That is going to be some work preparing that. And that is going to be it for the practice session as both Ricky Bobby and Sanchez head back to the garage. So we will ride on board with Stavko for the helicam. He wins the free practice session. There's nothing to win at all there. It's just more bragging rights than anything else. So now here we begin. As soon as Stavko decides that he's stopped having his fun and wants to get qualifying started, we will get qualifying on the way. Just when I think that man can't go faster.
Green light, go, go, go.
He does. Just when I think he can't go any faster. Who's left the track first? I'm pretty sure that was Macklin. Yep. Macklin has left the track first, so he gets the dubious honor of being rode on board with. Now, with it being a 15-minute qualifying session and around pretty much 2 minutes a lap, it's going to be interesting. It will be very, very interesting how the drivers take this situation at hand. Sunyiga, I do believe. Yep. Sunyiga is right on the back of Macklin. He's shaking his head no. Here comes Burt Macklin of the Swine Flu Syndicate. We may hear from him post-race depending on how things go for the Swine Flu Syndicate team. But here we go. With 2 minutes already gone out of qualifying now is underway. Ricky Bobby is already in the grass, so that's not very good for him, especially with limited qualifying time available. Burt Macklin going down through what I like to call the thumb. And here he goes down one of the very many straights we have here in the Nurburgring. His teammate in the background, I do believe. As he crests the hill coming down. Get a beautiful shot of that Swine Flu Syndicate number 4. This is what he's seeing. Now this uphill right-hander is going to cause some trouble, or left-hander is going to cause some of the drivers some trouble. Especially if you accelerate or get a little bit too much curb, it will spit you out. Another uphill left-hander that might cause some drivers a little bit of trouble. Another track limit violation craziness. The chicane, another place where the drivers can invalidate. You won't be seeing them go side by side through there. Not a chance. As Burt Macklin will come to the line. Gives us a 1:56.05 to start. I do believe Mr. Sunyiga will destroy that time. Oh, he invalidated. So no, he will not. He will not destroy that time. Frank Castle comes in second with a 1:57.1. Kerbal smashes that lap time by almost a full second with a 1:55.0. A lot of drivers invalidating. Blunden next across the line drops at third with a 1:56.8. Number 16, that would be Sean Ches. We had him in the pre-race interview. Drops at sixth with a 1:58.5. Breeze drops in behind with a 2:03. A lot of drivers having invalidated most of their first lap, which And this is very crucial that you do not. Because that could result in not being in a position you want to be. You could be at the back of the grid. Number 23 having invalidated his lap now. Has Saniga invalidated his lap? No, not yet. He's currently... Rick Macklin also improving on his lap time as well, but we were right on board with Saniga. He is one of the favorites, if not the favorite. Like I said, having your lap time invalidated when your lap time's 2 minutes. As I say that, Nairads invalidates his lap time, so he will have to go again. Macklin drops it into third. Saniga drops it into second. Number 21 gets spat out along with McGavin. Did they collide by chance? Going into the chicane? Oh, they both just spun out at the same time. So Nairati, actually one of the pros, currently in danger of not setting a lap time. Bradley Cooper slaps it above Frank Castle for 5th on the grid as of right now, with still 8 minutes left to go in the qualifying session. Still plenty of time. Mustafko has spun out. Most likely he will... Oh, he's not going to go back to garage. He's just going to drive off and hopefully get his tires all fixed. Little bit of some human armor showing there from Stavko. The person to watch right now is Nairads. Grant Sahara, another one of the drivers could be at risk that does not have their lap time. Same with Bobby and Fossman. But a pro not having a lap time right now would be disastrous. A disastrous start from Team on the Rush. Goes back to the garage and will rethink his plans. Burt Macklin not showing any improvement. Saniga showing very minimal improvement right now as he just gets past the bus stop. As he just gets past the chicane. Oh, he was gaining a bit of lap time, but he's not going to gain very much right now. Here comes Nairads across the line. He will drop at P4 ahead of Macklin. As they're all going to go to the garage to get a fresh set of tires and probably some more fuel. But here comes Stavko. And he is flying. Number 69, Shooter McGavin, pops it into 8th place. Next across the line was Blunden. He doesn't move. Number 21, Mr. Hayes, improves to 13th, getting ahead of Breeze. Breeze about to improve on his lap time. Puts it back ahead of Hayes. Currently 13th, Sean Chez, currently 11th with an improvement on his lap time. Number 19, Polinick, is going to be next across the line. He doesn't show any improvement right now, or very minimal of it. Don Fossman getting ready to finally set his first valid lap time of the session. As he drops in a 1:59.5. Good enough for 15th. Currently, the next person across the line would be Saniga. With 5 minutes left in qualifying, it is time to go as Nairad spins out and he heads back to the garage. And Saniga decides, you know what? I'm going to take that. 300 separating Saniga and Stavka. Saniga, the only one to so far win a race outside of pole position. Mind you, he was second, but he still has won a race outside of pole position. Not to mention, he's won every race so far this season as Bradley Cooper has gone off. Most likely he's going to head back to the garage, sure enough, to get a fresh set. With 5 minutes left, with under 5 minutes left to go in this qualifying session. Can I join this league? I am new to sim racing. So asking. So if you type !Discord, hopefully the Discord link will actually show up, and then you can join the Discord and potentially be a part of this league. Currently we are full right now, but we are accepting applications for the second season. Next across the line will be number 11. That is Don Fossman. He's showing a little bit of improvement right now. Bradley Cooper currently one of the drivers not... Oh, I don't know why I said Cooper. I was looking at the wrong number. Sahara currently one of the drivers not having set a lap time yet, but if he can get through this chicane, which he does, he will set a lap time. As he sets P11, that's the time he set. He'll have, I think, 1 or 2 more opportunities to go at it. Number 26, Ricky Bobby will start his flying lap. He has yet to set a time along with Leon. Next across the line, currently on a valid lap, would be Burt Macklin. He's sitting behind Narati by about a tenth and a bit. So he is going to be next across the line. What time will he set? He will go ahead of... He will go actually ahead of Nairati by about 0.05 of a second. Next across the line was number 37. He's still currently 8th. Next across the line on a current valid lap would be number 16. That was Sean Ches. We will hear from Mr. Hayes at the end of qualifying. Well, currently he's sitting in the garage P15, lowest out of the Pro-Am drivers. If he wanted to start a lap, he would basically have to need to go now. Number 69, I do believe, yep, that is Shooter McGavin of the Shake and Make. He's going to be next across the line with about 0.2 of improvement. Puts him 9th, no improvement there. Number 11, I do believe that is Mr. Fossman. He is up a decent amount, about 0.5 up on his lap, maybe more, depending on how he takes the final turn. He will improve about 0.5, putting him at a 1:59.1. Still in 16th. Frank Castle currently in 7th, lowest out of the pros. Getting ready to start what is going to be his final lap of the session. Number 16, Sean Ches, he is done for the session. Same with Hayes, he is going to start 15th at the minimum. Ricky Bobby is going to be next across the line. He will have another chance to fly again. He will go a 1:58.7 ahead of Fossman, but behind Hayes. Number 32 comes next across the line. No improvement. He's going to start his final lap. Number 34, Jacob Stofko, is going to be next across the line, starting his flying lap. Kerbal is done for the session. He is headed into the pits. Number 4, that would be Burt Macklin. Improves his gap on Nairati, but stays in 4th place. Breeze next to start his flying lap. Number 37. That would be Swanson. He's going to start his final lap. Number 23. Zahara getting ready to start his final flying lap. Number 91. I do believe that... Oh, that's Swanson done. That's his session. Mr. Cooper of Team Solo Q getting ready to start his flying lap. Shooter McGavin might be the last driver to cross the line. It will be close. Actually, no, it's not going to be close at all. McGavin will be the last one to cross the line. So Niga starts his final flying lap. So does McGavin. And I don't think Fossman's going to get to the line in time. to start another one. So he will be the first of the last of the drivers to cross the line. And that is qualifying over. So number 26 has invalidated. He will not be able to continue. Number 32 has also invalidated. He will not be able to improve. Unfortunate for him. Number 34. He is showing improvement. So is Saniga. Ooh, took that curb very aggressively. Here we go. Stavka with a 153.6 just smacks it on provisional pole. Does Saniga have what it takes to beat that time? So far, it does not look like it. Zahara not improving very much at all either. Cooper showing the one with the most improvement right now so far. Zahara, that might have just saved him. But I think he's too far down on his delta to make a difference. Bradley Cooper, can he get past Nairati here? He might be able to. He actually might get past Macklin depending on the amount of time. Nope, he just gets past Nairati. He places himself 5th. Congratulations to him. And Saniga falls and does not pass Stavko. He remains in 2nd. All right. So currently we are going to go pull in Mr. Hayes of the Port Gang. Let's go get him now. Mr. Hayes, welcome to the broadcast booth. How do you feel after qualifying?
I feel pretty good. I think I landed about where I expected. I figure I'm about 4 seconds off the pace, so it's about where I expected to be. Yeah.
So, obviously, the first question I'll start off is, what do you expect off here? What do you think you can get by the end of this race? Barring you survive.
Yeah. I think if I'm consistent, I can gain a couple places back in this race. It's a fun track. I've raced it a lot online, but I'm just not that fast at it. But I'm also not that great at qualifying either. I'm a much better, I think, racer than I am a qualifier. So a couple places would be good.
All right. Who do you think is your biggest rival right now at the moment? Because this is the first time I've brought you into the broadcast booth as well. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts on who you think you're going to be able to fight for the rest of the season.
So far, I would say it's Kevin Palanik on. He's probably my closest rival. He's, I think, placed a little bit ahead of me. And yeah, we've been racing throughout the preseason as well, and he's always been, we've always been kind of battling it. So probably him, yeah.
Well, considering he's right in front of you.
Yep.
He's not that far much off at all. All right, I will move you back. I will move you back to your channel with your teammate. Thank you so much for joining me, and good luck for the rest of the race.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, that was Jason Hayes of the Port Gang. He's currently sitting in 15th, but we will go all the way down the grid order so that everyone can see everybody. Currently, you have Jacob Stavko, P1 in the MA70 Esports. He will be number 34. Good lap by him, nets him pole position. Then you have Saniga in Costco Dollar Fitty Hot Dog Port Gang. He is in 2nd. You have the Neil Kerbal of the Kerbal Race Program in 3rd. Burt Macklin of the Swine Flu Syndicate in 4th. Wearing number 4. That's a bit funny. You have Bradley Cooper. An amazing lap by him nets him 5th, the highest of the Pro-Am drivers in the middle of the Pro drivers. That can only be nerve-wracking. He is in 5th. Mitch Nairati of Team On The Rush is in 6th. Frank Castle, the lowest of the pros, sits in 7th. That was a glitch there for a minute. I was concerned that Cooper's car was levitating. Ronald Smutson of the Scuderia Basacallo. I had to do the Italian gesture to get that right. I almost stuttered. He is in 8th. Shooter McGavin of the Shake and Bake is 9th. Good showing for him. The Boscaiolo, again, of Blunden in 10th. Both cars in the top 10 for them. That's going to be good for points. Grant Zahara of Team Solo Q, he's in 11th. His teammates up in 5th. Good chance for points for them. Sean Ches, the highest of the amateurs. We had him on in the beginning. He is currently in 12th. Kevin Polinick is in 13th for Fun Emoji Racing. Braden Brees of Team On The Rush is in 14th. We just had Mr. Hayes of the Port Gang. He is in 15th. Ricky Bubby, the other Shake and Bake, is in 16th. Don Fossman of the Party Pickles is in 17th. And Leung of the MA70 Esports, another MA70 Esports sandwich, brings us into 18th. Now, with that being said, who do you think is going to win this race? Ricky Bobby looks cool. Of course Ricky Bobby looks cool, dog. Why wouldn't he be? But now with 10 seconds to go, the drivers will get a rolling start. Put your predictions in now. Who is going to win this race? Will Suniga be again winning from second place on the grid and keep his winning streak, or will Stavko finally end it and win his first race of the season? I see that. I saw that. That's jokes, bro. Alrighty. That's jokes, bro. I love it. Alright, folks. Strap your seatbelts in. Keep your hands and feet inside of the vehicle at all times, because we're about to have some racing here in DRL ACC. Green flag is waving and off they go. Suniga obviously got the better start. He's now into first place as we go into the helicam into turn 1 to see what happens here. 3 wide abreast into turn 1. Little bit of it's a chain reaction of bumper cars there as someone nets out on a loss there. I do believe that was Blunden. So far, Suniga has managed to move up. Kerbal is into 3rd, Stavko in 2nd, Macklin 4th, Nairati still in 5th. Or has moved up into 5th. Shooter McGavin now down in 7th, into 7th. Currently, so far, Blunden being the worst off has lost 7 places. Currently, McGavin up 2, Zahara up 2, Hayes up 4 off that race start. So far, currently, everyone's seeming... Suniga currently in the lead right now. Stavko chasing them. Everyone's currently chasing everybody right now. So you just have to look and see who's the closest. Swanson is right on the back of Zahara right now. The gap slowly going away as Nairati looks to maybe get a position on Macklin here. Up into 4th place as Macklin goes a little bit into the gravel there. Is Nairati going to think about going for it here into this uphill right-hander? He thinks about it. He's going to go a little bit up the inside as Macklin again goes a little bit wide. Currently trying to watch to see if any other drivers. Blunden gets ahead of Leun there. Is Nairati going to make a move here on Macklin before they get to the chicane? Is he going to slot in? Yes, he is. They're going to make a little bit of contacts, and that's going to cause Macklin to go a little bit into the chicane and a little bit wide. As now we're going to have 4 drivers here. Macklin, Nairati, Cooper, and McGavin all going to get ready to fight into turn 1. Frank Castle's actually right behind. He can probably take advantage of this should things go sour here. Oh, as Nairati gets the Red Sea split out as both McGavin and Cooper both miss the braking points. Oh, that was a beautiful shot, and I love that as Frank Castle does manage to take advantage and go into 6. Cooper is off in the grass. He is slowly falling down the order, tumbling down, losing places as Swanson's going to get ahead of Zahara there. Oh no, the two solo queues collide! Oh no, what has happened here? The Mercedes moment. Oh, and he comes... Alright, we're going to take a look at McGavin on Castle right now. So much has happened. Stavko still on the back of Siniga, about 0.3. That gap means nothing to these drivers. Sure, McGavin right on the back of that pig. He can smell it. He can sniff it. This is what he sees right now. Currently, the top 5 stands as follows. Siniga, Stavko, Kerbal, Macklin, and Nairati. He's sniffing that pork. He can sniff that pig. He can sniff it. That sweet, succulent, juicy pig ready to be taken a bite out of. But can he do it? Can he make it work as Cooper is going to go look for the other pork on Hayes? Nope, they both slot in and wait for another turn. Oh, Cooper's going to have a much better exit here, but sadly nothing can do. He'll have to wait for the straight. As Blunden has a little bit of a moment. Fossman now getting right behind him. Is Cooper going to go for it on Hayes here? Oh, someone went a little bit deep there. I don't know who that was. I believe that, oh, that was Sean Ches and Ricky Bubby going deep, so Breeze will take advantage. Zahara has to box, so he's bidding early. Breeze now up into 16th. He's going to fight with Don Fossman. He gets a little bit squeezed there. Stavko still on the back of Siniga. Nothing has changed there. Nothing has changed there. That's actually the closest gap at the moment. Nairati still on the back of Macklin. Can't seem to get by him right now. London on the back of Ricky Bubby. He fell down the order in the beginning. London gonna look for an opportunity right here. Thought about it. Ricky Bubby defends it well. Currently the closest gap right now. Cooper is right still on the back of Hayes. That battle is still ongoing. Multiple battles still ongoing here as Stavko and Siniga pretty much have been sitting at 0.4 for the longest freaking time. I don't think it'll ever end. Now at 0.3, Nairati 0.2. Nairati can only do his best and try and follow. Cooper still looking for that overtake on Hayes. Trying to find it. Trying to just take a bite out of that pork as he's going to go up the inside. Can he manage to make it stick, though? That's the question into turn 1. So far, it looks like it. Ricky Bobby and Don Fossman both have gotten ahead of Blunden. But here comes Hayes, though. And here comes Polinick, too. He's not out of this battle just yet. A little dip onto the grass from Hayes might cost him this here. As he's going to go up the inside. I don't think they made contact. It was close. But Cooper will win out on that battle. So here we have team on the rush, Mitch Nairati. Oh my goodness, that almost was bad. Is he gonna, he's lost out to Frank Castle. Is he gonna lose out to McGavin as well? Yes, he will. He will lose out to Swanson and McGavin as Nairati falls down the order into 8th place. He's gonna have to do a little bit of catch-up work now. Shooter McGavin on the back of Swanson. Here's Blunden. He's looking at Fossman here. He has a chance to get him right here. Up the inside, maybe. And nice. overtake through the inside. Great overtake, making it stick as you see Fossman and Breeze not too far behind. Ches gets ahead of Polinick. McGavin still hanging tight. Stavko and Saniga still also very much hanging tight right now. This is what Stavko sees. Saniga desperately trying to hold on, pulling a little bit away in the straights. Polinick looking for a moment to maybe get Sean Ches here. Same thing with Blunden on Bobby. Nope, decides against it. Oh, what happened to Ricky Bobby there? Did he tip a tire on the gravel? He just goes sideways as he will tumble down the order. Breeze up into 15th. Blunden, Fossman all benefit from that. McGavin now on the, still there with Swanson. Stavko still there with Saniga with only 10 minutes into this race. Breeze also on now on the back of Fossman, has to back out a little bit. Currently battles going on everywhere on the track. Stavko and Saniga just get closer and closer as Polinick goes into the grass. Oh, this might be the moment. This might be the time. The bus stop will decide this. They both take it well. These two alien-like drivers fighting it out incredibly here. Gavin right on the back of Swanson. Breeze gets eventually ahead of Fossman. Oh, sniff up the inside by Stavko. Tried to take a bite out of the pig, but the pig fights back and he defends quite well. Gavin and Fossman going neck and neck, wheel to wheel, bumper to bumper. It's going to be last on the brakes at this point. As Swanson up the inside he goes. Getting ready to go to an area where currently McGavin has the advantage up the inside. Swanson just breathing down that shake and bake. But alas, the shake and bake begins to pull away. It's currently him and Stavko are the two closest battles right now at the moment. Now Roddy coming right back into this. He wants his places back and he wants them bad. A rare mistake by him brings him all the way down into 8th. He wants to get back up to where he was behind Burt Macklin. Stavko again on the back of Saniga. What can he do? What can he do to defend this man? Stavko is relentless. Oh. Oh my god, I didn't think they could go side by side here. And they do. What an overtake. I didn't think there'd be any reason to go side by side there, but somehow they've done it. Blunden goes up the inside of Sean Ches. Good overtake done by him. Nairati trying to do his best to catch up to Swanson here. Good job done by him. Bradley Cooper not too far off here. He's gaining quite quickly. Now, can Saniga catch back up? Can he continue the fight, or is Stavko now going to pull away? Polinick right behind Sean Ches, who's continuing to fall down the order right now. Not yet, Sean says Sanchez. You have to wait your turn. Alrighty. Still on the back of that Bosacalo. Had to do the Italian thing again. Gonna keep screwing it every time. Starting to fall back now. Saniga also starting to fall back now. Is this where Stavko runs away with this race? What do you think? As that would be Mr. Hayes falling down the order. What happened to him? And this is a terrible fall from him. He was up into 10th. Oh, he just touches the grass, touches the wall, and just unfortunate for him. Alrighty, still there. Saniga starting to lose out. He's into the 1 second mark right now. Stavko trying to pull away. Polinick, it's again there with Sanchez. Do you think maybe he can get an overtake done before this chicane? Doesn't look likely. Alrighty, not getting past Swanson yet. Polinick not going to get past Ches just yet. Zahara is still here. Remember, he had to box early for repairs. So he is playing the long game now. Just so happens to be a very long game. Still waiting to see. Is there going to be a mistake made somewhere? Stavko currently running away now from Saniga. Saniga is now 1.5 back. Oh, much better runoff from Nairati there. Is he going to think about it? Yes, he is. He's going to go... Oh, almost loses control, but manages to make the overtake work. Fossman's going to get by Breeze after a mistake from Breeze. Now Swanson's on the charge, but hold up, just wait a minute. Is that a team solo queue I see in the background? That's right, Bradley Cooper is on the hunt for both of these drivers. So far, his best chance is to nab Swanson. Ooh, Polinick again back on the back of Sanchez. He's gonna keep trying. He's gonna try and keep getting this 11th place, but so far Sanchez defending it well, not giving up that position just yet. Swanson, Cooper, and Polinick has a moment there. He's gonna have to get up the road a little bit quick because he's facing the wrong direction. As he's going to lose out on a few places. So he falls all the way down into 16th. Oh, what was that happening there? Oh, Kerbel's had an off. This might allow Macklin back in for a little bit. Macklin gets up to about 5 seconds. Gap's still pretty wide though. So far, it's Cooper. Swanson's... Oh, wow. Alrighty, getting closer to McGavin. He's going to get, so far, up to 6th. Cooper gets actually past Swanson. Oh, wait a minute. Not just yet, I don't think. Swanson and Cooper battling it out right now. No contact made yet so far. As Swanson's going to win out on that front, having the better line. Don't expect Bradley to give up just yet, though. He will stay there. Breeze still on the back of Fossman. Still wanting to be a part of the action as Swanson has a moment allowing Cooper to pass. What happened there? Ooh, just tiny tad bit of oversteer, and he just loses out on a corner there. Oh, no, there goes Fossman into the gravel. That allows Brees to gain positions. So far, Suniga 2.7 seconds back of Stavko. Running out of time. Alrighty, looks so much faster than McGavin. And there's Frank Castle just up the road. Nairati sees his target. Oh, and that's Frank Castle into the gravel. That's a position lost. 2 positions lost. Nairati, if you can get past McGavin, will get back up into 5th place. That's what he's been chasing. What happened to Castle? Did he just... Oh, he had a spin. That allowed both of them to get back in the hunt. Oh. That's a little bit of a glitch in the matrix. Uphill left. As Bradley Cooper is not that far off. He's about 2 seconds. He's slowly, and very, I mean slowly, I mean very quickly gaining on Castle. Ricky Bobby chasing Don Fossman's going a little bit wide there. Oh, much better run out. Oh, and I believe that is Shooter McGavin going into the pits. Allowing Nairati to take that position with ease. Castle doesn't fall in, neither does Cooper. Shooter McGavin going for an early pit stop. Don Fossman losing out on that position to Ricky Bobby. Losing that position also to Hayes. Down. He falls. Currently no close battles at the moment. Bradley is catching up to Castle. Very, very quickly, mind you. So number 23 goes off the track again. Was there contact or... Oh. Fossman and Hayes both go into the box. That's why they were so close. Cooper right on the back of Castle now. Halfway past race distance now. You will start to see drivers come into the pits very soon. Bradley so desperately wanting that swine flu syndicate. Has to be patient. Bide his time. Find that moment. Cherry pick it. Watch it. Learn it. Oh! Oh! Good save by both drivers there as Frank Castle dives headlong into the box. Those tires starting to struggle on him now. As Cooper will take off. Seniga can see Stavko down the road, but 3.5 seconds ahead, he is a ways back. All the drivers starting to complete their mandatory pit stop now. All the drivers currently nicely sit pretty in the box. Swanson and Blunden, both Boscaiolos sitting in the box. So far, no. Oh. And that is Frank Castle going off. Off he goes, exiting the pits. He will be racing McGavin on exit. And there goes McGavin. Getting ahead of Castle. But McGavin doesn't have, he's done his pit stop. He is ahead, but can he stay ahead for long with Castle being on that fresh set? Saniga boxes. Stavko did not, electing to continue. Is Kerbal gonna box? Nope, he elects to continue. Bert Macklin also elects to continue. What will Nyrads do? He will also elect to continue, waiting a little bit more. Bradley Cooper, does he elect to continue? No, he does not. He elects to go into the pits and be done. Hayes is already boxed. So far, it is just now the top 5 that have yet to make a pit stop. Saniga is in the pits, and so is Cooper. So the top 4 are the ones that have yet to remain. Ricky Bobby is gotten by Sanchez, and Fossman is gotten by Polinick. As there goes Breeze. Actually, that would be Nairati. He passes a few back markers along the way. Fossman and Chez, both party pickles. Maybe we'll see a little bit of battling here in the meantime. Currently with 18 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this race. Saniga is out. Cooper should be going out shortly. His main competition right now would be Castle, and as here they both come. Cooper just leaving the box now, and there goes Castle. He'll have some catching up to do. Castle making the undercut work. Stavko now into the pits. Kerbal also into the pits. Will Macklin also follow suit? Yes, he does. Does that mean Nyrads will also follow suit? I would assume so, based off the line of succession. Yes, he does as well. The top 4 make their pit stops. So it falls down to Saniga and Cooper. Saniga, Cooper, McGavin, and Castle. Castle doing his best to try to catch up to Mr. McGavin. They're all just sitting there in the pits. The gap timer is freaking out because they're all moving still. Here goes Stavko. Saniga still not have caught up in time. Saniga so far back. But McGavin is going to be the interesting point here. Kerbal also out now. Macklin's out. What about Nairati? He's going to be soon to follow. Will he have been undercut by the shooter? Will he have been undercut by Mr. McGavin? Does not look like it. Off he goes. So far, no one within that crucial 1 second mark just yet. So we'll go take a look at some of the replays and the contacts. One of them featuring number 32 and number 5. And this honestly was just a domino effect. Bop, 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 bop. It's just dominoes all down the row. Number 4 and number 32 also had contact here. Number 32 had a little bit of an extra start to the session. Bop. And that causes Burt Macklin to go flying through the chicane. Number 91 and number 4 had contact. As McGavin and both go wide to avoid a collision. And the Red Sea kind of parts in the middle between them. Quickly going to take a look at the board, check to make sure as we keep going through the contact list. This was between Castle, Bradley, and McGavin. Contact, and more contact. Skip that one. Definitely. I'm in between 21 and 19. I'm just gonna put myself here. Ooh, Frank Castle is gotten by McGavin. Let's see what happened there. Oh, McGavin had a worse off after that chicane, and Frank Castle just takes advantage of it. And off he goes into 6th place. McGavin's not going to let that go so easy, though. He's going to fight this back. With 14 minutes left to go in this race. Stavko is 8 seconds up the road from Saniga. Can't even see him in frame. Polinick looking to try and get Fossman here. Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get the opportunity to? He's thinking about it, but not just yet. He sees a party pickle in front of him, but it's not Ches this time, it's Fossman. Castle's starting to slowly but surely pull away from... Oh, as he's gonna go up the inside. What a move. Beautiful move by Polinick, getting him up into 14th. McGavin sees a pig. Oink, oink. This chicane caught out both of them, but it caught McGavin out worse. Castle's car screams away in the distance. Maserati hoping for a mistake from Macklin up ahead, but so far does not seem likely. Young on the back of Zahara. Zahara's tires are extremely hurting after having to stop in the first 5 minutes of this race. Zahara goes into the gravel. Leon gets past him. Sanchez so far has Ricky Bobby in his sights. Sheena McGavin still also has Frank Castle, but he's without that 1 second mark. No one currently within that 1 second mark, McGavin and Castle being the closest. So time to get some nice, cool shots of everybody taking the chicane. Oh, did stop. Oh, Stofkos had a moment. Oh, and that's allowed Saniga to put himself back in. What happened? Was that a collision? Oh, it was. That's allowed Saniga to get back into this race and actually take the lead, so it's up to Stavko now to chase. This race got so much more interesting. Now, how much damage does Stavko have? Does he have enough damage that it's costing him time? Sanchez. Little bit wide goes Ricky Bobby. That might open the door. Stavko, I think he's got damage that's costing him time because the gap is dying. Or actually dying not in his favor. Sanchez looking for a moment to try and pass Ricky Bobby right now. Getting right on the back of that shake and bake. You can smell the American goodness. If that gap between Stavko and Saniga gets to 0.3, I will switch. These boys have the airtime for right now. And guess who decides to enter the fray? A freaking fun emoji politic. .4. It's gonna enter 0.3 yet. As soon as it enters 0.3, I switch off. It enters 0.3. Stavko wants that first place back, and he wants it bad, as Polnick's gonna go down the inside here, most likely. Sanchez defends it. Stavko. Now, what makes this interesting, Suniga and Stavko are quickly approaching this battle. Stavko sniffing the back as Stavko goes a bit wide. You can sniff this pork. Some juice, nice tender pork belly. So good, marinated in sauce. Take a yummy bite. And that bite will be victory if he can manage to find it. But right now, it's all about the defense. It's all about what you can do. The Costco $1.50 hot dog. Suniga's, that's what he sees in his mirror. But behind him is an MA70 Esport who is angry. Look how close they are. It is criminal how close these guys are. This is where Stavko overtook Suniga last time. Is he gonna do it again? Yeah, he almost did! Suniga says, I've seen this movie before. I'm not falling for your BS. Suniga desperately trying to break that toe. A little swirly as Stavko. Gavin on the back of Castle. So many things going on right now. You have these three. You have these two. And you have these two. All fighting right now for positions. And these two are quickly approaching these two. Or these three. There is time that is running out. This might be McGavin's chance. With most likely 3 laps to go, this is the chance. This is his moment. However, it looks like Castle's just getting away in the straights. Go back to these guys later. As here they come, Suniga. Gonna go to the helicam as we're about to have 5 drivers, all within close proximity to one another. This will make things interesting as, they approach the bus stop. As I say the bus stop, I mean the chicane. We will be in Spa next week, folks. I'm just training myself. Oh no, here we go again. The overtake into the chicane again. Oh, and they make contact and both of them spin. Where's Kerbal? He's coming up the road. We'll go to McGavin now, because Ches and Polinick are now too far back. We'll go to McGavin. We'll see if that gap comes down with less than 2 laps to go. I don't know. Oh, look who's come in a little here. This battle has brought Mr. Cooper involved. That gap is very quickly dropping, though. Stavko now already up. The gap was 3 seconds. Is now 1.6. Ches Polinick now not in this battle anymore. But Sean Ches is right behind Ricky Bobby. McGavin and Cooper are now pretty close. Ooh. There will be one final lap left after this. When the leaders cross, that will be the last lap of that race, of this race. Castle, Cooper, and McGavin fighting for that 6th place spot as the leaders go on the final lap. Oh, Bradley might have gotten it on McGavin. Yes, he has. That might allow Castle to keep his position as Castle has a bit of a mistake. Castle's position still not safe. They are going to battle it out for that 6th place position. Can be anybody's, depending on how desperate it gets. As they roll through the chicane, everyone seems to be fine for right now. Cooper has a little bit of an advantage out of it, but not enough to make a difference. As we will now go to Stavko. Here he comes again. The gap at 0.4. Stavko, desperate for that race win. He wants this streak to be over. This is the last wrap of this race. The gap is at 0.4. McGavin has fallen back from Cooper 1.2. Cooper's fallen back from Castle at 0.7. But here it comes. The moment. Are we going to have another photo finish? At this rate, it certainly looks likely. As here they come. Again into the chicane. Stavko way too far back to make a move happen. Sanchez just up the road from them. Almost contact made, but so far so good as Ricky Bubby is a little bit of an off there. As we go on board with Stavko. It's all going to be about this. We're going to get another photo finish here. Not so much of a photo finish this time as Sanyika continues his race streak and wins the race in the Nurburgring. Stavko had it and something happened that caused it to end. McGavin, oh, he's going to lose control. He could have been there. This is actually going to allow Swanson to get closer and closer. If he doesn't get up the road soon, he's going to miss out. Here's the next battle. Oh no, McGavin. And there goes Swanson picking up 8th place. Blundin's not too far behind. I think Castle's going to hold on to 6th here. Just in time for the checkered flag. Breeze starting to get caught by Ricky Bubby and Sanchez. Breeze, can he win in the amateur class? He's leading it right now. As long as Breeze doesn't make an error, he should have this. But he is getting caught. He is getting caught fast. So we'll pull some people in for interviews. Here we go, though. As long as nobody makes a mistake, nobody makes an error through this chicane, everyone will stay home safely. And that looks like it's going to be it. Breeze will win in the amateur class. And I do believe that's going to be it. Polnick coming in behind these drivers. And folks, that is the race. Saniga wins, followed by Stavko. Kerbal rounds out 3rd. Macklin and Irati finish out the top 5. Castle, Cooper, Swanson, McGavin, and Blundin round out the top 10. Breeze, Ricky Bubby, Sanchez, Polinick, and Hayes 10, 11 through 15. Fossman, Leung, and Zahara end out that order. We'll get Burt Macklin. Who have I not gotten yet out of my list here? Alright, let's see who wants to come in for an interview. That would be Rocker Ace, so we'll quickly nab him from the channel. Thank you so much for joining me in the broadcast, Bruce. Oh, W's here too, but we'll wait on W for a little bit. Rocker, congratulations! You won the amateur class.
Oh, amazing.
Yep, you were the first amateur on the docket.
Let's go. I'm very happy with this race. I think I performed really well.
Well, you performed 11th, and that's your best race of the season so far.
Yeah.
How did it feel in that race?
It felt really good. I actually don't think I had any spins that race. I got in my flow state and I stayed there. I didn't make many overtakes. I'm more so capitalized on other people's misfortunes. But I raced clean and ended with a good result.
Spa next week. Looking forward to it? Yes, no?
I love Spa. I am very much looking forward to it.
So do you think maybe we can see you in the top 10?
It's possible. I mean, I did well there in the preseason testing, but we have a lot more drivers now of quite high skill.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for joining. See you
Thank you
next
for
week in
having
Spa.
See you next week.
Oh, move you. Oh, no, you moved yourself. All right, better. Burt Macklin, thank you so much for joining me in the broadcast booth. Hell of a race. Got a little hairy at the start, but
it was a little exciting in the beginning.
But you managed to stay safe and you managed to have a little bit of fun. You got punted a little bit early.
I did. First, want to say congrats to Braden on his first win in amateur. That's exciting. I know he's had a few tough races in a row, so congrats on the W, Braden. I think he's gone, but
yeah, no,
yeah.
Yep. Honestly, same thing kind of happens with you and Castle. You're both pretty much side by side to each other. Your teammate Castle a little bit down in the order, actually behind Narati. Honestly, how did you feel overall about that race? Just in a flow state, same as Brees?
Yeah, once it kind of got out of the first few laps, bit of contact, and as you saw, I just kind of ended in no man's land. So at that point, I just decided to play it smart. I wasn't pushing for fast laps. I was just trying to keep it consistent and try to, just hit apexes and exits, my friend. But bit of a hairy start. I haven't obviously seen anything yet, but we'll go back and look at the replay and see what happened there. I got hit from behind a couple times, but I don't know if that was other guys getting entangled up behind me and then me just getting collected, or if there was a couple late on the brakes behind me, or what it was. But
from my point of view, you almost died, but we'll get to that later on. Other than that, Spa next week, what are you looking forward to about it?
Yeah, I love Spa. I mean, who doesn't? It's such an iconic track. It's tons of fun. I did pretty well in there in the exhibition race. I think that was even before preseason, if I recall. But as Braden said, there's a lot of people, a lot of the drivers on this grid have really skilled up since then. So, really curious to see how she goes. But yeah, I love Spa. It's a good way to kick us into our week break after Spa. So yeah, be a good one.
All right, thank you so much for joining me, Burt Macklin. I will see you next week for Spa.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler.
All right, folks, that's gonna be it for all it. It's so early in the morning. Your host is tired. Thank you so much. That'll be all for us for this evening. Thank you so much again for joining us. Join us next week, where we go to Spa Francorchamps.